boom, boom. Goodbye, Peter Porker. Alright. Donk. Let's see. Alright. So. Ooh. Here's a fun idea. Remember when I talked so much shit about how, like, oh, Spider-Man. Who can't draw Spider-Man? Here we go. Oh, step one, just draw fucking Spider-Man. Great, thanks. See, yeah, this is the trick, is you make all your sausages first and then you connect them. Yeah. So we need to think about our cool pose first. That's fucking sick. That is excellent. Man, yeah, superheroes are cool. Alright. See, I need to figure out how to change my canvas size. I wish I had a big... I guess I could just zoom in. That's kind of like having a bigger canvas. I don't know much about digital art. It's something I've been wanting to learn about. Save. Oh, that's not anything. Clear outside selection. Clear. Oh, clear. Nice. How do I... Oh, selection. Deselect. Hot diggity shit. There we go. Alright. I haven't been utilizing layers, too. That's been part of the issue as well. Ricchio's here. Hello. Oh, man. Thanks for popping in, dude. How about Spider-Man sitting at a computer watching Super Apartment Friends? That'd be sweet. Spider-Man on a couch? Yeah. Yeah. How do Spider-Man sit? He has such fun weird body language. He does like that weird... That's not how he sits. I love seeing superheroes in casual poses. That's always really funny to me. Like this. Ah, Sega prize. Nice. Good job, Sega. This is... I mean, I guess this is the one. This meme picture. It's pretty great. Oh, here's Spider-Man, like, melting. Yeah, this one. He sits like a weird dog. That's pretty fun. I mean, that's like the pose. Let's, yeah. I think I'm gonna finally stop fucking around and have that open. So I can refer back to it. There we go. Yeah, why wasn't I doing this from the get-go? Actually, that 3/4 view is going to be tough. Let's see if there's a straight-on look at that. Come watch. Thrill as Matt looks up pictures of Spider-Man. Guys, you won't believe it. It's the best stream ever. This guy just looks up pictures of Spider-Man the whole time. It's fucking crazy. I've never seen anything like it. Alright, who am I kidding? It's not like I'm gonna fucking nail it. We'll just go for it. It's just a guy crouched over. If I was drawing on paper, it would go better. That's what I'm going to do. My next drawing stream, I'm going to draw a bunch of shit on paper and then zap it into this. Yeah, Ricky just popped in to say hi. It's all good. It's all good. All right. All right, and I'm not gonna get all wound up on details. I need to just lock in the basic shapes. He's kind of looking down. Oh. It's okay if my lines are rough and ugly, because these are just going to be guidelines. So there's a big shoulder balloon there. Big shoulder balloon there. Kind of connect with the back. Stick arm. Stick arm. Elbow. Elbow. Stick arm. Weird jazz hands. Okay. Then this stick arm hides behind that. We got his masculine boobies. That kind of lead back to his little tummer. This is back. Dude, this is the spideriest man I've drawn yet. Alright. Okay. So that's kind of our skeleton there. So let's throw a layer on top of that so this is preserved. Actually, I'm gonna do like I did on that other one. Oops. Oh, what happened? Hey, book. Jeez Louise, book. Alright. It was an endorsement from Dr. Girlfriend. It sure was. I love doing that voice. I can't do a ton of voices, but the handful I can do, I love doing them. They're so much fucking fun. Alright, come on. I don't know why. I bumped something. There we go. Give me that. Give me that guideline. I like this. Is this one of the suits? Is this the... I wonder if that's the... That's either the Andrew Garfield suit or the Tobey Maguire suit. I like the big eyes on that, though. Or maybe it's just a fan suit. The glossy web lines make me think it's the Tobey Maguire suit, though. I kind of didn't make his head round enough here, but then again, this isn't the final product. This is just the guidelines. I'm gonna put those big eyes on there though, just for funsies, just for shits and gigs. Oh, no, it's too far from the middle. I have trouble nailing. I either put his big spider eyes too close together or too far apart. It's funny how the spacing on them is kind of tricky. Pretty happy with that. Happy-ish. Alright. Let's throw another layer on that bitch. Ooh, where is my... Yeah, let me see my layer viewer. Not that. That. Okay. So layer 1 is my guidelines. My untouched guidelines. Let's do a different color so I know what the hell I'm doing. Let's zoom in. Why am I fucking a billion miles zoomed out? Maybe it'd be a million times easier if I wasn't zoomed 1,000% out like a dingus. Alright, so I'm going to trace some of the stuff. I don't plan on tracing it all exactly. Ugh. Like I kind of want to define his jaw here a little bit, so I'm not going to... Some of that was unintentionally untraced, but some of it was also just, you know, anti-talent. We'll see. Actually, let's. This is why I love layers. Let's see. It's fine. Whatever. It's a head oval. I'm not super worried about it. There we go. Acting's fun. I dabbled a little bit myself. It's fun getting into character and inhabiting someone else. Ooh. I want to work on... There's some guidelines I want to do that I didn't do. I want to define these just a little bit more. So what you do is you kind of go straight across here, straight across here. Basically, I know that one example we looked at was like all ovals. I like to throw in trapezoids because I feel like they give me a better idea of... I think they give a better idea of what the shape is going to be, especially for these muscly guys. I don't know. I just think I think it looks... I don't know. For me, I get a better result. So I'm gonna beef up this Spider-Man a little bit. The one we got here is pretty lean. I don't remember what book or class or whatever I took that recommended these kind of trapezoid cone shapes, but I like them. And you can do them more straight on like this one, or more three-dimensional like this one, depending on the position of your character. There we go. Pop that out. out a little and then bring it back in. The hand is still real weird. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make that hand happen, but we'll see. Hands are hard. The body parts that I find the hardest to draw are noses and hands. Everything else I feel pretty good about. Especially Spider-Man got this weird bullshit happening where you can't even like tell. I don't know. I'm actually kind of liking how this is turning out. Is bad. Ooh, that last one was not great. Hang on. Look at the source, Matt. That will help you, you dingus. All right. I can work with that. Sure. Now this is a spidered man, friends. I thought I was gonna be slinging dookie all night, but this is a fairly spidery young man. I'm pretty psyched about that. Fuck yeah. So much of Spider-Man is his wacky legs and his cool weird body language. Spider-Man, he does a lot of yoga, I guess. Oh, that foot's bad. Still better than Rob Liefeld. Ayo. Got you, you freak bitch. Alright. Cool beans. Alright. Baby like. Ooh, get back here. Now I've got a good skeleton to kind of trace on top of. And kind of, there's less guesswork to filling in these gaps. His muscles will start to look like muscles. I'm gonna kind of, well, maybe not. I would say I might fake some stuff. That's not from our source image there, but maybe I shouldn't. This is the cartoon sensibilities of my brain, where I always want to throw in, like, you know, big chunky elbows and like pointy elbows. But that's cartoon shit, and Spidey's not a cartoon. He's a superhero. He's a comic book character. It's got a whole different vibe. I will do this though. I want to put a little dent there. This is very nice of the model modeling this suit. It was very nice of him to hide that other hand. Oh shit, was I drawing on the wrong layer? Ah, fuck. Well, I don't love that. Fuck. Oh well. It is what it is. Can't believe I did that. I don't think there's a fix for that. Oh well. Yeah, see, I wish there was a way to combine my layers here with. Oh well. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna. See, now I don't know how I'm gonna get rid of that blue. You know, actually. Oh no, it's just the head. That's all that's there. Oh well, whatever. I'll see if I can figure a way to delete the blue out or something. Ooh, maybe I'll just make the whole canvas that blue. That'd be a fun cheat. Cause yeah, I'm feeling pretty groovy about this Spider-Man now. I want to see this thing. I want to see at least the basic line art through. I feel like we're fucking getting somewhere-ish. Yeah, what? Just as a goof. Where's the eyedropper? There it is. Fill. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, man. Hell yeah. Okay. Cool. That's what I'll do, though, is I'll just fill it in. It's not perfect, but thank God for the undo button. That's the best button in America. Shit, dog. Alright. Let's keep doodling and noodling. I still have that blue color selected. Whoops. There we go. Whoops and poops. Wide. No, there it is. Okay. That was a weirdly straight line that I accidentally drew. It's kind of impressive. Man, this is soothing to the old brain meat. This tracing step and this chill the fuck out music. This freakishly long thumb here. Let's see if we can make that less horrifying. There we go. Sure. Put like a knuckle there. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I gave him big weird sausage fingers, but what are you gonna do? What you gonna do? Kind of smush that in. Oh, can you hear the music? I didn't even think of that. I've got some tunage going, but I'm not like blasting it, so I don't know if that really comes through or not. I hope it does. Yeah, if it's not audible, I will crank it a little bit. Give the old crank and stank. It's easily heard. Fucking perfect. That's right. He did have sausage fingers in Nightmare 2. Nightmare 2 is all right. My I think we've discussed this before. I was told it was it's supposed to be very homoerotic, and it was just a little homoerotic, so that was a letdown. But then also the bigger issue is that it doesn't it breaks a bunch of Freddy rules just because I think the real reason is that the Freddy rules weren't super well established yet. Like he appears in the real world like it's nothing. And it's cool and exciting when it happens in the movie, but it's like, well, that's not how he works. Like it's a weird cheat or something. For 85, I'm sure it was pretty shocking. But in a post interview with a vampire environment, not so much. Thank God for Interview with a Vampire, man. That movie fucking slaps. I think this is a pretty solid Spiderman. I'm liking how this is coming out. I wish I wouldn't have drawn on the wrong layer, but what are you gonna do? Yeah, it's more like the Raimi suit. I did like the Raimi movies. It's weird how campy they are in hindsight. At the time, I remember them not seeming campy at all. Now, turns out they campy as fuck. Ooh, you know, I could use my Goofus layer here to fake the blue background. Oh, isn't this a marvelously devilish idea? Oops. I keep fucking it up. Okay. Here we go. Give me your biggest, nastiest brush. I can just change the brush size. There we go. Brrrr. Now, oh, I need to do this. There we go. Oh, we lost his head still. That looks pretty cool though. I gotta throw his head back on. But that looks kind of like a Spider-Man. Can't believe I gotta draw his dang stinking head again, though. Frig. Yeah, at least his good eyes are on there. Oh yeah, if I do it this way, I can tell what I'm missing. Let's see if I can do as good of a job. Alright. We can do this. Matthew, we can do this. Just like the simulations. Alrighty then. Smokin'. Ooh, speaking of smoking, kind of. I only mention it 'cause it's a Jim Carrey catchphrase, and Jess and I recently threw on The Truman Show, and that movie is fucking excellent. And nobody talks about it anymore. It was a big deal at the time, and then, I don't know, nobody cared after a while. And it's funny because it reminds me of Mystery Men in that it is parodying something that hadn't really existed yet when the movie actually came out. Like, there was some reality TV in 99, but it, like, not like there was in the years following. And it's just a great movie. It's just a great fucking movie. I think it is absolutely one of the best films of the 90s. I think it is Jim Carrey's best work by a country mile. I want to talk about it. I want to talk about the fucking Truman Show. We are living it. Jeez, dude, all that shit with the NSA. I think we've talked about this on the stream before. I remember thinking people were ding dong whack jobs for thinking the government was listening in on them, and then turns out, nah, man, yeah, the government was listening in on them. It's fucking trippy. And then nobody cared. I guess it's like, oh well, whatever. Like that was the extent of our response. But why? Oh, some of those are a different shade of blue, aren't they? Whatever. I like it. I think it turned out pretty cool. I'm gonna add some more details though. So this top layer is my don't fuck with layer. This layer is now my new goof around layer that I can do whatever I want. Good to know. I wonder if I went a little darker of a blue. Nope, that just... no. Oh dear. There goes the neighborhood. Oh shit. Dang, I'm not gonna lose those blue lines, but... such is life. C'est la vie. That's okay. It is a markedly better spidered man. Let's get some of those details in that I'm always pooping my pants about. Yeah, ice gotta go. Ice is some dog shit. I'm not a fan. It did. It kind of put in a wireframe. Like it's a cool. So this is my poo-poo layer though, right? Yeah, that's my line art. This is my fuck around. So I can do whatever I want on here. And not get in trouble. Actually, fuck it. That's my blue layer. It's not like I'm only allowed a set number of layers. Here's another layer, Matt. Go bananas, you dumb idiot. Now this is truly my fuck around layer, and I can do anything I want. Anything in the whole stinking world. Anything in the whole dang galaxy. The world is my cloister. That one Pokemon. I'm just gonna draw pointless details. Oh yeah. Uh-oh, I'm hitting some of those other lines. Whoops. Spider-Man, 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 Spider-Man. This isn't annoying, right? Spider-Man, Spider-Man, look out. Spider-Man. His costume is so good. It's so unique. It would have been fun to be around in the, mid 60s when he came out. And at that point, superheroes looked like Batman. He looked like Superman. And that was kind of it, right? And then here comes this wacky motherfucker in a full body onesie that covers his whole face. It's just a buck wild design. Like I don't follow comics super closely. Did anybody else look like this in the 60s? It's a weirdly modern suit. Man, and it kind of does it does the same thing Super Mario's mustache and hat and overalls do, where they help define it. Like as I'm drawing in the weird red color belt, it's giving him more definition. You kind of know where all his... Yeah, it just makes him... Without having to do anything besides trace it on, it adds shit tons of definition to him. It's maybe a perfect superhero costume. Yeah, look at that. Boom. With just a couple lines, it goes from being a random naked dude to Spider-Man. Shit, I forgot Creed 2 was coming out next week. I haven't seen Creed 1 yet. We were talking earlier about movie blind spots. Rocky, unfortunately, is one for me. I've seen a bunch of 1. All of 3. Loved it. Saw all but the last 20 minutes of Rocky Balboa. Loved that. And that's it. That's one I've been meaning to catch up on. I just haven't. Like a fucking idiot. Not like a fucking... I don't feel bad. I don't give a heck. I don't give a frig. It's all good. I do want to see him someday. There's a lot of stuff like that, though, where it's like, oh, man, I want to see that. I finally saw Godfather Part 1, like, a year ago. One of these days I'll watch number 2. And you know what? I'll check out number 3. Who gives a shit? I know it's supposed to be very bad or whatever, but I can watch it once. Just so I know for me. And sometimes people aren't right about whether or not a movie is good or bad. Everybody tried to tell me that the Speed Racer movie was bad. It was a lot of fun. Man, I keep getting stuck on something. I guess it's just mental blocks. These web lines are too numerous and too thick. Don't care for them. There we go. Let's do a thinner brush size. This might get weird. We'll try it. Ooh, people do not like when the Catholic Church is the villain. Or, I think in general, if the church is the villain in a piece of... Oh, that's too thin. Oh, that's very strange. How do they do it? Oh, see, he's only got... The physical suit has way more web lines than this drawn suit. Like, between his eyes on the drawn one... There's only 3 vertical web lines, whereas this suit here has 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, 4. That's not a. It's not like a shit ton more. Ooh, I wish I knew what the default was. That looks a little too thick. Try. I bet 3. Yeah. Yeah, I like keeping it the same. I like keeping it the same length. Who gives a shit? I'm gonna fill this stuff in. Oh, but yeah, speaking of the church being an unpopular villain in movies, that was what, that's pretty much what hosed any hope for any sequels to The Golden Compass, because those books, those books rule, but, I mean, I don't know if this is a spoiler, I don't know if anybody cares, so maybe I won't say anything, but yeah. If you're super religious, probably not gonna like those books or any accurate adaptation of them. People do get pissy about Sofia Coppola. I don't know her work, so I can't really weigh in. Hollywood nepotism is kind of gross, though, right? I mean, if that's the only... You know, if that's really all she has to offer, but I doubt that's the case. Is it just another case of people being mad about a lady doing stuff? Because that seems to be all the rage. Just fucking whack. Oh man, the web lines do so much. They do so much to make this truly the Spidered Man. This is fun to draw. I've never seriously sat down and tried to draw Spider-Man before. This is my first attempt. I've drawn like a cool, you know, the face with the big angry eyes and no other features, but I've never done the other parts. It's cool. That's been, I mean, that's one of my favorite things about doing the stream is it's given me some time and chances to do some shit I've never really done before. Spider-Man. Man, it's impossible to not think of that goofy ass song the whole time. Spider-Man. Damn, son. We got a full-on Spider-Man scenario. Oh, he does have a neck, doesn't he? I tried to get away with him not having any kind of neck to speak of. His neck, his back, his pussy, and his crack. I apologize. It's extremely horrible. Ooh, I could see this being a pain in the ass to draw, you know, 60 times in a comic book. You gotta sit here and draw all these web lines. The boot looks nice and easy, though. Donk. 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 Nope. There we go. Yeah, this bitch just covered in werbs. The rest of the stream might be drawing webs. guess that's what makes him Spider-Man, though. I was always fine with the organic web shooters. I think I was in the minority. I think that also stems from me having not followed the comics at all. Because when I think of the iconic abilities of a spider, the first thing I think of is shooting webs. Well, not shooting webs, but building webs. That's the first thing I think of. So if you're Spider-Man, your main shit, like the power it made sense to me that the power he got from a spider included webs. It took me a while to come around on the mechanical web shooters. I was the opposite of every other person in the galaxy. What? You get some cool, like, happy accidents making all this web stuff. And it's more definition. It just it makes it look, it just makes it look more like there's a dude in there. It's a perfect superhero costume. I think it's the best one. And part of it is because it's so simple. Like, I love Batman. I love the shit out of Batman. And I love Superman, but they're not as cool or something. Here's a quick Batman. Dun, 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 dun. Why can I not remember the Batman music? Hey, it's me. The Batted Man. Arr. Look at this. Oh, it's almost Pikachu. It's also just angry Pikachu. I do fucking love Batman. No joke. I'm a Marvel boy, but like, damn dog, I can get down with some Batman. I don't know if you can read this handwriting. Dead. Pear. There we go. Bonus Batman. Hey, Betsy. Dun, 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 dun. Deal. Batman fucking rules. Why didn't Stan Lee create Batman? Come on, Stan. You even had you made a spooky animal superhero, but it wasn't Batman. Golden Compass is one of those movies Toby Emmerich greenlit to steal New Line Cinema away from Bob. Oh. That's fucked up. Alright. I'm so glad we got a bonus Batman in there. Actually, let's here. I mean, it's not really Batman. Oh, that brush is much too big. Here we go. Now it can really be a batted man. Because there's blue. Come on. Like Batman would be caught dead in blue. Black like my soul. Lego Batman was a lot of fun. Hey, I said, hey program, why don't you get with yourself, the program. Get it? There we go. Oh, yes. Now this is... Sorry, Spider-Man. I gotta take a quick break from Spider-Man. So I can really get this Batman popping off. Dun, 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 dun. Hang on. I've really enjoyed these chill beats, but I mean, come on. There's a couple things that gotta happen. First off, is this please no ad. No, there's an ad. Oh, and I can't even skip it. You kind of taking the wind out of my sails here, your Torb. best superhero theme of all time. It's no competition. Spider-Man's got the best costume, but this is the best theme song. I fucking love those Tim Burton Batman movies. Both of them. I think Returns is my favorite. I'm the Bat. Christian Bale was okay, but I'm a Keaton boy. Sorry, Spider-Man. I didn't mean for Batman to come in and steal your thunder, but that's kind of how he'd do, huh? If any superhero was gonna come in and do you dirty like that, you know it'd be Batman. He's too fucking rad. Like, I love Spider-Man, but Batman's a bad bitch. Alright, let's draw some more webs on you, sir. See, I didn't completely forget about you, Spider-Man. I knew you needed a billion more webs. Is this that full? I wonder if this is that. Yeah, it's the suite. So it's like, now it's a couple more selections from. Oh yeah, fuck it, we're doing it. I'll put on the. Oh, it's the same guy. I'll put on the Danny Elfman Spider-Man music next, because that's really good too. And it fits the character really well. But come on, man, this shit's unstoppable. I feel great about Kurt Russell playing Santa Claus. I think he looks fantastic. I think the movie itself looks kind of bad. That trailer started really strong and then got real bad at the, like, some real lame, like, cornball family comedy at the end. That kind of bummed me out because he looks fucking great as Santa. And I don't know if we've ever talked about this on the stream, but I weirdly like Santa as a character. I think Santa's an interesting character. I like different interpretations of Santa's story. I feel insane saying that as an adult man, but depending on the source you look at, Santa kinda has a superhero origin story. It's just he's a Christmas themed superhero. It's fucking cool. I like it. I always wanted to see a Santa origin story that really leans into it, and he has to defeat the Krampus. I thought that would be fun. But not a huge market for action-packed Santa origin stories. I think it's just me. I think I'm the only fucking weirdo that would go see that. But yeah, Santa Claus is coming to town. I was kind of psyched that I got to. Jess had never seen that before. The old stop motion Christmas special from back in the day, and that one has a really cool. Santa origin story. And it gets into, like, how he learned magic and shit. I'm like, this is cool. You could You could action this up a little bit and make it work as like a pseudo superhero thing. One of the I cannot get this line figured out. Oh, it's still bad. Oh, it's so shaky. One of the studios that is desperate for that Marvel money, they should try for that. They should try and turn Santa into a superhero. There was that like Legend of the Guardians movie, and I actually saw it because again, I'm the fucking weirdo who's like, oh, Santa movie, nice. And it was okay. It's kind of forgettable. Despite its bonkers premise, like that always bums me out when movie has a wacky concept and then it's just kind of okay. Or not fully fucking weird. Oh yeah, how did we not draw the big spider on his chest? Dorp. The titular Spidar. Dun, dun, dun. Feels a little blasphemous bumping some Batman music, but I don't care. Dun, 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 dun. Remember when they tried to make a Spider-Man musical? And instead of just having it be a fun Spider-Man musical, Julie Taymor was like, okay, it's going to be about the Greek goddess Arachne. And it's going to be called Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark. And it's going to have a... Like, it's such a ball reading about that fucking wacky-ass story she came up with. Because it's like, just make Spider-Man defeat the Green Goblin and sing a song. Like, that's all you needed to do. Everybody would have liked it. But Julie Taymor's like, nah, fuck that. What if I made it as weird and dumb as possible? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Man, remember when Tim Burton knew how to make a fucking movie? Shit. Danny Elfman is still slapping out good soundtracks. I will stand by that, but Burton. Man, now I want to watch Batman. Sorry, Stan Lee. Spider-Man's still really cool, but damn, dog. Yeah, it's so funny that, so my sister, my whole family, we grew up with that 85 Santa Claus the movie, and it's wonderful. I love it. But it was so funny watching that with Jess for the first time, and as soon as it looks like they are going to die, she called that out, and my sister and I are like, what? No, they can't die. Like, because we had watched our whole lives and not picked up on that very clear symbolism that, yeah, they obviously die. Okay. It's funny on this suit, the webs don't curl as much as I'm making them curl, but I'm saying fudge that. I'm gonna make them curl. I'm getting a little gutsier with my, getting a little more confident and gutsy with my web distribution here. Which is pretty. I gotta say, I don't love these weird blue lines that I kind of trapped myself in, but otherwise, man, I drew a Spider-Man. I'm feeling pretty. Oh yeah, dude, this helps hide the sausage fingers. All right. Oh. As promised. Yeah, the 60s one. Sure, it's a minute long. So we need to see an ad first. Really, guys? Okay. Oh, in color even. Oh man, it's even... Oh, there he is. Why did I not open with this? Whoops. Is he strong? Listen, bud. He's got radioactive blood. It's my favorite show of strength. Hey, what's your blood like? Radioactive? Alright, you're strong. He arrives just in time. Action is his reward. It's so iconic and it's so short. Alright. Alright. Let's get that other biz going. Danny Elfman's got to feel pretty cool for doing 2 of the all-time best superhero themes. Like, right? That's like some EGOT level madness. Oh, hi, I'm a composer. Oh, yeah? What'd you compose? Did you compose Batman and Spider-Man Forever that everyone remembers for always and loves? No. I just composed some dumb concerto. Oh, great. Nice concerto, idiot. I did it. I fucking drew Spider-Man. I'm psyched. I mean, it's not like the best ever, but I've never done that before. I feel really cool about it. Let's get that. Let's define that knee a little more. Yeah, hell yeah, that's a spidered man. Alright, yeah. This is... We're gonna bump up to a better format. We're gonna call this a pretty okay Spider-Man. We did it. What, you know, I could play around with layers some more, and I gotta figure out what's what. Okay. That's line art. That's details. And Batman. Secret Batman. And that's just my background. So what I could do is let's add another layer. I don't need, there's no reason to be stingy with layers. Alright, so that's nothing. We need that and that. Actually, I guess we need it all. But I'll just be drawing on which layer again. I keep forgetting what layer is what. I should label them. That would be something a smart person would do. Okay, that's my nothing layer. We got a rename button? No. Not readily available. Layer mask. Yeah, okay, whatever. So I need to see all the rest. But I'm drawing on this layer. Okay, let's see. Oh, is this just dead space so that YouTube doesn't yell at them? Nice. What's the Hulk's cartoon theme song? Definitely not as iconic as the Spider-Man one. Wow. All right. I think we'll just put music back on. Yeah. That was pretty nice. Come on, Signature Hardware. I don't Signature Hard care. Get out of here. There we go. Cool beans. All right. Oh yeah, we got some snow. We had a bunch of snow today, and we had a big snow earlier this week too. But luckily, it's been warm enough that it hasn't made driving a nightmare. That's true. Ennio, yeah. Oh, Ennio's a monster. Ennio's composed fucking everything, and he also dunked like crazy on Tarantino this week. Did you see that? Yowzers, he had some spicy words for Mr. Tarantino. Fucking scorched earth. I guess he did go and redact a lot of it and try and claim like, oh no. Because it was an interview with German Playboy or something, where he just was roasting Tarantini. So now, okay. If I scooch my layers around, so this one... Hang on. Gotta play with layers. So that's that. That's that. Okay, so this layer needs to go up one. There we go. There we go. Now we're kind of coloring under it. That's what I like. Yeah! Oh my god, yes. Alright, it won't be perfect. But it'll pop. It will pop. I know, man, I wanted to draw some... I wanted to draw the Hulkster tonight, because I think Hulk's my favorite. Because he's a big rage monster, and that's like my favorite type of character. That's why I love Godzilla and Jason and yeah, and the Hulk fits right in there with those guys. Oh, coloring, man. If you're an adult and you haven't colored in a while, I recommend it. It's stupidly soothing. We could probably make this brush a little bigger. Cover a little more ground. Now this is starting to look like a Spider-Man. You know, the blue was kind of a random choice, but it's paying off now. Paying off in those big old nasty dividends. I really like this. I really like this YouTube channel. It makes me feel like Adult Swim. Yes. Get in there. Get in there. So that that Ennio thing is false, because he did. I know he did say it was bullshit. Which I guess I'm glad about, because I did like those two working together. But like, and I love Tarantino movies, but I can see why someone wouldn't. It's such a specific, like it's sometimes it's amazing to me that his stuff is so popular with critics and with audiences. It seems like one or the other would be like, ugh, no thanks. Blue and red, man. Blue and red's so good together. That's why so many superheroes are blue and red. Color theory is really interesting. There's especially with regards to superheroes and supervillains. I don't remember who posted it. But there was a really cool lengthy, article or think piece or whatever about what different colors mean with different superheroes. And villains usually have some combination of green and purple, and heroes usually have some combination of blue and red. And the different colors symbolize different aspects of the characters, and it's cool. It was a cool read. Red is action and passion, and blue is wisdom and confidence. Calm. That's cool to me. So it makes sense that heroes would have some combination of that. I can't remember why green and purple were so common for villains, but they had some interesting reasoning for that too. I think purple is kind of like hubris, because classical color theory, purple is royal, and so villains typically think of themselves as being, above everyone else. I am glad I stuck with Spider-Man. I almost called it quits after that first crappy, or not that first one. I was not going to leave it at that first crappy one. But after that second, marginally less crappy one, I was like, maybe we'll move on. Third time's the motherfucking charm. You got that Thanksgiving dinner on lock. I forgot that was next week. That is blowing my mind. These last couple months have gone by way too fast. Yeah, October flew by. November's almost done. I mean, it's not. It's only halfway through the month, but the way things have been moving, it might as well almost be done. Oh man, I've been wanting to draw Venom. ever since he's been in the news. As a sex symbol? Question mark? He's fun, and that's another thing that I've always kind of doodled Venom-like faces just for shits without being terribly familiar with the character. And yeah, I don't know. He's fun. I still never saw the movie. So that was maybe that was the right call. That always, not always, but after the trailer and the critical reception, it did strike me as a wait for cable kind of movie. But fuck, maybe it's awesome. Like audiences went bonkers. All right. So there's one last thing I want to do with Spidey here before we do anything else. But this might be the last touch. Oops. I'm pretty happy with that. That's pretty sick. That is a pretty okay Spider-Man. And bonus Batman. Baby, like, we got 10 minutes. Maybe we can squeeze off Venom in 10 minutes. Oh, what did John Carpenter say when someone asked him what he thought about Michael Myers as a sex symbol? That is a whole can of very interesting worms in my book, because there are and Ted, you've probably stumbled across it a little bit on Tumblr. There's definitely a Tumblr community, or was. It hasn't been active in a while, but not that long ago, I definitely remember a small but vocal Tumblr community that definitely wanted to go to Pound Town with various slashers. No surprise to see Freddy and Jason in that mix. Yeah, no, I think that's the right response. Michael, like, it's shocking. And I think kind of funny and interesting, but it's shocking when someone says, oh yeah, such and such slasher, I want to bang them. Like, yikers, my man. Or gal. Like, that is buck wild. But, I don't know. It's interesting. I would love to know more about the psychology behind that. I think on some level, at least a piece of it is, joking, right? Like, kind of ironic, kind of a goof. But yeah, like, what I think it's also a way to have it's a way to have power over something that scares you, I think. Carpenter just sputtered and went, I don't know how to respond to that. That's a very real and honest response. I like that. Let's see. I want to make sure. Here's my weird background again. But yeah. Terrible Spider-Man, slight list here. Okay. Got my Spider-Man. So I can comfortably X out of that. And, oh yeah, come on. Oh, here's how I would play around with a canvas. Instead of just whining about it all the time. Let's make it wider. There we go. I end up going a little more horizontal. All right. Well, I kind of liked the process. I kind of liked the weird method with which I created a terrible Spider-Man and then a slight less terrible Spider-Man and then an okay Spider-Man. So let's make a terrible. I almost called him Spawn. Apologies to Todd McFarlane. Let's make a terrible Venom real quick. Maybe it won't be that bad, since I've drawn him a little more. Oh, but I do have this wacky brush. Ooh, my weird bad lines kind of were a good thing. I like that, man. Yeah, Venom is fun. It's a fun character. It's a fun, weird character. I remember the first time I saw him was in a friend's comic book, and I think it was an ad for something else, and I was just like, what the fuck am I looking at? I mean, I didn't think that because I was like 11. No, was I even 11? I was probably littler than that. And I was just like, what am I looking at? He's like made out of goo. He's got a mouth like I've never seen before. He's scary, but kind of not scary. Like in a fun way. Like he seems cool. I think I gave him too much hair. But oh well. We'll see what happens. It's just a terrible Venom. It's okay. We gotta make that big old mouth. I kind of gave him a cool uncle mullet. He's getting a little insane clown posse-ish on me. So apologies to everyone there. What is a juggalo? Well, it's a butt-naked man walking down the street. The 2-liter Faygo stuck between his butt cheeks. See, this is the Todd McFarlane. We're going full Violator with this shit. I like that though. I think that's fun. That's the Venom that I discovered as a kid and was like, whoa, holy shit! I didn't know comic book characters could look like this. Give him lots of jaggedy little teethers. Yeah, let's see what we can come up with before it's quitting time. Because, yeah, I mean, Venom is essentially a horror character, right? Who kind of accidentally wound up in superhero comics. And I like that premise a lot. I think that's a really fun idea. And it makes him a fun, wild card for characters like Spider-Man. He's a little over the top. He's a little 90s extreme and corny, but I mean, that's part of the character too, right? Oh, this is all head. I guess this is a portrait of Venom. And ladies and germs, don't you think for a second that I forgot about his moneymaker. Be that big nasty tongue that everybody is so excited about. It's fun. It's fucking fun to draw. There's no way around it. I'm gonna just fill this in. Oh, and we'll get that green goo going. I don't think the movie did the green slime. I think that's more of an early Venom thing. But I always thought that he's always drooling green slime I thought was a fun horror movie-ish element. Was that a concession too? Was that a concession that I have him just drooling blood all the time? Because he fucking eats people. Like, He literally eats people's brains. It's endlessly strange to me that they're like, oh, he's an anti-hero. And I'm like, pardon? How do you spin cannibalism into anti-heroics? Like, that's some impressive PR. Well, let's play with layers and not be a dingus. Because this isn't a fully terrible Venom. Not like our amazingly terrible Spider-Man. Creepy Daniel Craig with a mustache? No, I haven't, but that sounds like it's right up my alley. And exactly the type of thing that, oh, let's get that layer precedence correct. There we go. I love that. I love that I can paint under other colors. God, that's exciting. Alright, we're gonna finish. I'm gonna finish this one before I call it good. Just gonna be my slimes. Look at all this goo. Like a goopy young man. Oh yeah, get on his teethers and stuff. Hell yeah. Oop, there it is. Oh, this is fun. Might have to do this more next week. I don't know. I don't know. What is up next? What shall next week be? I only drew like 1.1 Marvel characters. I might draw some more. I gotta draw the Hulk. Yeah, oh man. Freddy's Freddy's transition into like pop culture icon was so weird to me even as a kid. I'm like, the guy who kills people? But I remember kids in elementary school having, you know, backpacks and stuff of Frederick, and I'm like, what? He's a bad guy. I don't understand. More layers, more layers. I love layers. Oh, yeah. Let's color this dang stinker in. Oh, that means big brush. Give me that big, big brush. Oh, we can go bigger than that. Well, maybe we can't. I don't know. Big brush. Do this, and then I'll color his gums and tongue, and that'll be it. I'm gonna go to brand. Oops. Ooh. That's an unusual effect. Digital coloring, man, it's the best. Sometimes markers don't cut it. Sometimes colored pencils don't cut it. Ones and zeros, though, perfect. Did he just get done going down on Slimer? Yuck. Maybe that's why they didn't do the green slime. They didn't want to look like he just gave old Onion Head a BJ. Speaking of Slimer, aka Onion Head, apparently Dan Aykroyd's back to his old bullshit of claiming that Ghostbusters 3 is in some stage of development. And it's like, come on, Dan. Just sell us vodka out of crystal skulls. Let it go, my man. And if me, one of the biggest Ghostbusters fans of all time, is like, yeah, I'd let it go. Maybe it's time to let it go. Let that ship sail, my man. Alright, let's get... Oh no, we can fill this in real quick. Oh, hey, Hobbsy. You want to say hi to the camera? Oh, look at this good boy. Hello. Thank you, sir. Go home, Dan. You're drunk. Yeah, seriously. Seriously. Alright. What are you meowing about? Alright, get out of here. Go on, get. Let's color him back there. Let's get a smaller Bruges. There we go. Oh, for coloring, I actually feel a little okay using a mouse. I don't feel great about it. There we go. Pen is better. Hobbs, watch the claws, man. Oh, yeah. Alright, that's kind of a Venom. Let's color in his goop mohawk here. He's less drippy nowadays, isn't he? Like in those earlier appearances, he was like a very goopy young man. In the movie, he doesn't seem quite as sloppy. Not quite as sloppy. And maybe that's a good thing. Alright. Alright, one more layer. New layer. Rasta. Just kidding. Roster. It's not Rasta. That'd be ridiculous. We'll get a gross flesh tone. Right? I don't know. Who knows? Oh, I don't want to overtake that green. Or that. There we go. Want to be behind it. Nope. Nope. Awooga. Drawn on the wrong layer. That's my problemo. Yes. Almost had a recap of, or whatever. I almost did the bad thing again. Though it is fun how, I do like how they blur colors together. When you paint on the same layer. Like, we got some of I left some of that with the slime. It does that cool gradient thing. I dig that. Oh yeah. Well, that's the part of the, like, Dan Aykroyd being back on his shit. He's convinced that this phantom, I guess, pun intended, this phantom Ghostbusters 3 script, he's convinced is so good that Bill Murray will happily come back to it. And it's like, no. He's done. He doesn't want to do any... He does not want to do a thing called Ghostbusters 3. He did the reboot because Sony would have sued him if he didn't. It's not like he wanted to be there. And people keep coming back to the people keep coming back to the thing that Bill Murray said where he's like, oh yeah, I'll do it if I'm a ghost. And it's like, guys, he said that as a joke, because why would you bring him back as a ghost? That makes no sense. And Aykroyd and others were like, oh yeah, he totally said yes. He wants to play a ghost. And it's like, you missed. There's so many layers that you missed, my man. How did you miss all these layers? Why is your brain like this? Is it all the Crystal Skull vodka? Why is your brain like this? Dan Aykroyd, are you okay? I wish somebody would say that to him. I don't think anyone has. Hey Dan, are you alright? Seems like sometime in the mid-90s your brain broke. Folks, that's an okay Venom. Oops. Oh, you dang little stinker. Sometimes you fool me. There we go. Yeah, you wanna know how I know this is an okay Venom? It says it right there. It's okay. This is fun. Let's save our okay Venom. I'm gonna post these up on social media because I like a stream where we've got a end result. Like, that's neat to me. That's it. R.I.P. Stanley. You're the biggest deal ever. Changed storytelling. Alright, I'm out. Ted, thanks for tuning in. Anybody else out there? Thank you for tuning in too. If you haven't already, please give us a follow here on Twitch. Or if you've got Amazon Prime, you could subscribe to us for free, which would be an even bigger deal. You could also pay to subscribe. That would be insanely awesome. You can follow us on YouTube. I send all these videos over to YouTube if you want to rewatch them there. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. I try and post some video game stuff there in addition to just updates about the stream. Yeah, that's it. Super Apartment Friends. We'll be back next week. Probably not, because that will be Thanksgiving Day. So it might be off next week, or we'll find a different day or something. But yeah, happy Thanksgiving to you too, and happy preemptive Thanksgiving. That's it. That's all she wrote. We're done. Have a good Friday. Not like Good Friday the holiday, but have like enjoyable Friday. We will catch you on the next one. Ah, my friends.